Hey, it's Peter with the band Time Warp, and guess what? We're back for another unboxing and a review for Shehds Lightings. We love Shehds Lightings. I'll tell you what, we have a number of various lights from them, whether they started off with PARs and went into moving lights, gobos, and you name it, we've had them. And I love them. Have not had a single problem with them. They work fantastic and they make our stages look awesome. So if you're a band or if you're a DJ, tell you what, Shehds is the way to go. So today we're here for the 120 watt RGB moving light. So let's unbox this thing and see what's going on with it and see what you get. So here you go. I love these things. So let's see what you get in the box. Obviously in the box, you get, actually, let me put my eyes on here. Get a little bit of product information, which is kind of cool. They started putting all this stuff out, which shows all the different products they have, which is really cool. You get the lovely user manual, which, as I always jokingly say, very few use. More people probably need to use it. It's kind of helpful. DMX cord. PowerCon cable. And again, the big thing I would tell you about these is I love PowerCon cables because, you know, you're not going to accidentally step on a cord and pull it out of the light. It's got the connector that hopefully this thing is zoomed in on that will connect to the light, and then you twist it and it kind of locks in. So those are cool. Let's see if we can get the light itself out here and see what comes in the box. All right, so if you're going to mount it to any kind of a truss, we'll take this out. Obviously it comes with the mounting bracket and stuff like that that you would need for that. And the moment you've been waiting for. And this is what we're talking about. Like I say, Shehds 120 watt RGB light. These are much smaller, but I'm gonna tell you right now, these things are bright. Don't let the size fool you on these things. So we're gonna go over, you know, what all the features are. We're also gonna show you, like, this is the thing that I was telling you I love about Shehds Lighting. Where I see a lot of other manufacturers skimp on this, this is one of the big reasons we started using Shehds is they don't. So everybody's gonna have DMX in and out, that's no big deal. The key is being able to have power in and out, and more importantly, power con. So we've seen different lights that look a lot like the Shehds lights. The big difference is they typically only have a power in, and they only have your typical 3-prong power that, again, I don't like because I want to be able to feel like it's secured and locked in. And, you know, that's what this whole concept is about. You're putting it in, and when you twist, it's not coming out. So it's a cool feature. But like I say, DMX in, PowerCon in and out. These things are awesome. So let's fire them up and let's see what they do. So before we fire it up, let's go over some of the details from the lovely trusted manual. So as I mentioned, it's an 120 watt LED light. The dimmer is a 0 to 100% 16-bit mechanical dimmer. The beam lux is 10,800 lux at 1 meter. The beam angle on this is 25 degrees. So it does not zoom or anything, but it's really got a pretty good beam in terms of, you know, this is a little bit more of kind of a wash type of concept. Strobe flash rate is from 0 to 25 hertz. And of course, it's an RGBW color mixing. The LED life expectancy is a minimum of 20,000 hours. And trying to think what else. It is a 3-pin DMX. It is a 23-channel light. PowerCon in and out. Pan movement is 540. Tilt movement is 200. And weight is, looks like it's 3.5 kilograms. So obviously this thing's small. It doesn't weigh a lot. But it's nice to be able to mount it and, you know, to a truss and stuff like that. Okay, so let's check out the front panel and all the features that it has on it. As you can see, you've got menu, enter, and then up and down. So to start with, this particular light has various dimming curves. And so you'll see when we go into here, you've got 4 different curves. So you've got linear, which is an optical linear, square law, inverse square law, and then S curve. Most people, I think, are probably using linear. And so it just gives you, again, different avenues to be able to work that. V20Do is which version software that's in it. DMX address is pretty much self-explanatory. You know, what are you doing out of 512, addresses? Channel mode actually gives you, channel mode, it only has one channel mode, which is 23 channels. Voice control is really just being able to, with the sound activated part, to be able to adjust the sensitivity level. So if we go into here, you can see the sensitivity level right now is on 35, and you can move it all the way up to 99 and move it all the way down to 0. So obviously higher the number, more sensitive. And that helps if you're gonna do DJ stuff maybe, and or if you're going to just have it sound activated with some music, which is really cool. So self-propelled is actually an auto mode, and it's basically the speed of the unit in terms of how fast it's moving. You again have from 0 to 255. And you can see it kind of woke up me doing that, and I was trying to not blind you by doing that. So let me see if I can get it on something else. Manual control obviously is what it says, to where you're able to control the red, the green, red, green, blue, white, and then of course you're also able to control the pan and the tilt and things like that. And here, you're kind of going into, do you want to control the red going through the blue? It actually is going through the colors. I've got it zoomed in so you're not really seeing it right now. And so as we go through, it's going to go through each of the colors themselves. Temperature is just, it gives you, you can check to see what the temperature of the unit is and stuff like that. Make sure it's not overheating or anything like that. And display mode is going to be whether you want the display to always be on. So sometimes when you're putting it on a truss, sometimes you want the display to be off. This display is so small, I don't know why in the heck somebody would worry about it on this one, but on some of the bigger units, it does make a difference. Or you can set it to where it goes black after often like 60 seconds, to where, again, the display won't be something that somebody could see from the audience. Language, obviously, is there's a ton of languages, and I don't want to get into that because it may take me a while to get it back to my language. And display inversion is just literally if you're going to switch it up and up and down and stuff, to where if you've got this hanging from a truss, you want to flip the display, it'll give you an normal position, or if you want to do 180-degree position. Obviously a reset for the whole unit itself, and we're back to dimming curve. So really easy to be able to work, and again, a really, really cool, very compact unit. So let's give you an idea what the movements and stuff. This light is very quick, especially for being small. So I'm going to go through just some different movements just to kind of give you an idea, and you can kind of see how bright it is. Again, for a very small light, this is a very bright light. So this is like a bow tie, and if we went to kind of a little bit of this is called a flower movement or whatever. So you can kind of get an idea that it will, here's just pan track and stuff like that. And of course, I can certainly make that go one heck of a lot faster. You can kind of get an idea of, it can speed pretty quick. And here's kind of a random dot pattern that, again, it can go much quicker. But the light itself, like I say, is easy to control. And as you can see, I have it on the white right now, but got a little haze in here and kind of checking out what it'll do in terms of movements. But it's a really cool, and it is a really bright light. If you're looking for something that you're trying to, kind of light up an area and yet have some movement, You know, for us, I can see us using these either kind of down on a stage or up, you know, from the floor going up to a stage and having some movement even on the side of a stage, which would really look cool. I can't stress enough how bright these things are, you know, for 120 watts. And what you'll see here in a minute is to, you know, kind of showing a little bit more of the color change concept that you have with it. So these are just going through some different movements and stuff. But as I showed you on the one, you know, kind of pan track, it's a very quick light. So it's, you know, with the size that the light has, the movement is fantastic. And I've seen other lights to where the movement isn't very smooth for some reason. And I don't know why. I'm not sure why the other lights that I've seen used just seem to have, it's like a skipping motion as they go across. Every Shehds product that we've gotten, when you go to do, you know, all these different movements, it is a very, very smooth concept. So again, I can't stress enough, if you're looking for good lights, Shehds is definitely the place to go. We have been nothing but happy with all the lights that we use through Shehds. And they ship quick. Takes no time to get these lights, and again, we've been very pleased with them. So hopefully this kind of helps you think about this light. Again, you know, you'll see a little bit more. I'll put a little bit more here about the colors and stuff. And so, like I say, hopefully what you're seeing is a very powerful yet very, very compact light. I mean, I can't say enough at how compact this thing is, and yet you can see the beam and stuff that it's putting out. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of an idea of what it can do with a little bit of haze on it. And again, we've been very pleased with Shehds. So thanks for watching.